Steph. He still can't hear you.
Hello and welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends play a bunch of
Yeah.
games. I'm Cody, and tonight I will be in the driver's seat here. Now, we recently got this game, a key for it. It released just yesterday, so figured we'd try it out.
Yeah, and super thank you. Hold on, let me grab the name. Super thank you to Harris from Finji. The Finji's the creator, one of the creators of the game. He's the one who sent us the code, so thank you very much. Super appreciate it. Super excited to dive into this. So hopefully hopefully this will catch the interest of some of y'all as well, and we can show off this new game.
Let us wake up.
Yeah, so all I know about this game is we are a teenager.
You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire! Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you can hear is a ringing in your ears. No. This game,
Let's just
I suppose we should climb out and not
yeah, let's just
question,
climb out.
hey, who are you while I wait here in this burning building? You try to stand up, but one of your legs falls uselessly underneath you. It won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over your shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season.
So I
Glowing
think you need to
eye.
bump your input up a little bit because I'm significantly louder than you, and I
My
think the
mic
game's
input.
yeah, just on OBS.
Alright.
Is this stream?
Let us try this, and I can also turn down
Yeah, turn down the
the.
desktop a smidge as well.
Let's try that.
That should be fine, probably.
The creature howls and
Yeah,
lunges,
that's
its
fine.
jaws open.
Whoa!
Can't believe we're fucking dead already.
Yeah. GG. Alright, let's go. Good game.
You can tell that it's not an Assassin's Creed game because we saw the title screen before 5 hours in.
No, I don't know much about this game still, as I said before, but I love the art style just looking at it, and this like
Yeah.
partial animation is really cool.
You were born in the stratosphere, Earth's finest colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the solar system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hope they could escape Earth's troubles. They add you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merge their cultures and traditions. They name you.
They're really pushing for a type of name.
Yes. Now here's, I thought about this beforehand. Do we go with the one that will probably be most confusing to Connor if he joins in, which is a 4-letter J name? Or do we go with the name D-Funk?
D-Funk? Oh. How about we like merge what the game wants us to do and do like Soul Funk?
Soul Funk.
Soul Funk. There you go.
bright-eyed child with an active
It's like,
imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. We are definitely
uh,
non-binary.
yeah, it's like a slider for pronouns. All right. Um,
Come on, this is Dicefunctional.
yeah,
There's,
we'll do a shout out to the NBs.
I think they them is fine.
Yeah, that works.
Vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Earth will never look like. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours.
Oh my god.
Well, one of these is very different from the others. Extra
Yeah,
fingers.
I do not want extra fingers. I'm sorry. No. um.
The chaos play would be nothing at all. But this is the first time through, so we should
Yeah,
probably
it's like
pick
that seems
something
like the
else.
hard mode. We're not ready for hard mode yet.
Um,
Why don't we do a calm temperament? I'm attracted to that option.
Alright. Nothing can
Like,
phase you. You're rarely frustrated, and you don't let anxiety get the better of you. Gee, I wish that could be the case. You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have to be told that sharing is caring.
yeah.
I
I feel like this will help us in the long run of like in any social situations or if there's an animal or something. I love all of these
Now
design.
I will say, I read in the game there are 10 dateable characters, and your friend might be one of them.
Might.
I'm not sure exactly.
Well, I like. So wait, okay, so hold on. There are six options, but I only see 4 people there.
Yes. I'm not. So this is Anemone.
Is that Mars? Or yeah, that's
Mars. This.
And that's.
Don't see the other 2 anywhere.
I see Tammy or Tangent. I love Anemone.
The first one.
Both for she's so cute and also the name. But
Right.
I don't want to make all the choices. So if you have a design you like,
it's fine. We can see the extras here. So this would be helpful for our strength ones.
true. I don't I don't play
Really...
games to build stats. I go with what my heart says.
That's fine.
Also, we don't really know what the stats and all do, so on a first playthrough, we can try to sync up our choices, but
I'd say if there is one where really in between don't care either way, then we pick something that is complementary to it, but otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's a game that's supposed to be played over multiple playthroughs.
yeah.
You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Vertomina 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. And the emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Soulfunk, your dad soothes. We'll be
Our
through the
dad's
wormhole.
kind of a DILF, and our mom's kind of a MILF.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole. The stars are gone when you're frightened. You Put on a tough
Well,
face, get in touch with your
well,
emotions.
obviously we get in touch with our emotions. We have a calm temperament.
And here you see you can't do this because you need a trait
Yeah.
and above,
We don't have any organization, which is true to my life.
which
Um,
this we have because of like
because
the
of our
friend
friend.
card.
Yeah. I
So
think, well, our superpower is calm temperament.
yeah,
So thematically, I think the second
probably.
option is our best.
I mean, getting in touch with emotions does can go a lot of ways.
Oh,
You bawl,
that's Tammy. Oh, Tammy's so cute.
you bawl like a baby.
They're
It
all so cute.
feels good. You're not the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying quietly to console her. She sighs as your cry makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out.
Nothing like a good stress cry.
Yes, this is important. There is nothing wrong with crying. You
Sometimes
wait.
you gotta let it out.
The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall, head first. You black out. Gee, this is a running theme, isn't it? Blacking out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them, different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking and stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. That's a little bit of the Chicago accent. Warm
Oh
embrace.
no, your Chicago
You
accent.
and gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be
You were in
safely
a
discharged.
coma. I think
Just
2 weeks is about how long you can be in a coma before you're probably going to be in a coma for a very long time.
yeah. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, ground.
I love how they're getting increasingly like astonished. I'll let you pick this one. I've been.
I think ground would probably be the biggest theme because this character has spent their entire life on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably had something simulating trees for oxygen.
If not trees, there's. I mean, the mid bay already has a bunch of plants in it, so there's probably a lot of.
Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people walking around outside on the ground.
On the ground.
You better get out there and join them. Do we rush out or do we cautiously step out? I think we rush out.
I think we rush out.
This is exciting.
This is exciting, and our friend is also an exciting person. You influence us a little bit.
Oh my god, on snow!
Oh my god, we can move around.
So, you
Whoa.
can kind of run
Damn, I thought it was gonna be like a visual novel the whole time.
Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake! Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast toward some geodesic domes.
Yep,
Um,
right as rain,
yep,
brand new.
already tried that out. You have WASD and you have arrows. Arrow appears to be kind of walking slash auto walk. Um,
Uh-huh.
so we could explore, or I think,
We should go see our dad.
yeah,
Southeast, she said,
this
and I think
way.
we just went
There we go.
southwest.
Yeah, I was kind of
There he
looking
is.
around.
There's the DILF. I mean,
Soul Funk. Your dad gives you a
yes.
big one. It's a great name for a game like this.
I
It's like,
look.
I'll be honest. Because it's like Soul, S-O-U-L,
Yeah,
it
soul
worked
funk.
well.
It
I'm so
works.
happy
It
to
just
finally
works.
fake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Who uses noggin?
Our dad, who's cringeworthy and adorable and lovable.
Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry.
I love him. I
This
love our
is the kind of
dad.
one where you'd be like, Dad! He shakes
Dad.
your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles.
We love our dad.
You love him until he's talking like this around your friends, and then you're like, ew.
And, and then I'm like, I want to die, actually.
Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings, and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting the way up the hill. Um, I, I, as a kid, might be the one in logistics with that middle option, but I don't think the average person is like that as a child. So
Yeah.
it's,
You can choose this one.
I'd
I don't know
say,
which one to do.
I have a kind of, probably a curious one. Let's say,
Mhm.
what's outside the walls? Oh, don't worry about that, my dear Aubergine. He calls you
Ah,
an eggplant?
I
He
love
says,
aubergine as a nickname. It's so dumb. I love it.
nothing that could hurt you. We just don't want you getting lost in the big world out there. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. He even has like a satchel.
Oh, he
You blink and
does.
stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in the med bay. Happy
I've been in a
birthday!
coma, Dad.
He says, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already. You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrap package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand.
We gotta fake our surprise. Gotta be nice.
Yeah. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined. As you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. But how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Soul Funk? He snaps his. That name
Sorry.
is never gonna not get a reaction.
Your character. Well, it's the fact that it's like, oh
It's like
man,
it's
oh
like
you
the
look so
name.
terrible, like and worried. Are you okay, Soul Funk?
It's like the name that like hippie parents would give their
It
child.
really is. You can't take it
And
seriously.
we did the name like before seeing the parents, so it just fits that much better. Oh, and your dad's name is Geranium.
As it should be.
He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Soul Funk, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and He stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up to it, Dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out earlier, where you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Soulfunk. I love you. Unlocked
Aw.
study me.
As tempting as it is to give him a thumbs up,
Thumbs up,
I
aces.
I feel like no.
No,
I do think we should return
yeah.
the I love you. It's like we love our dad. We have a good relationship.
Choose an activity for the month to gain skills in advance time. There are 13 months here and 10 years to the end of the game. You'll only have time to focus on a few things.
Okay.
And before we go in, we should probably talk to people out here.
Yeah, let's go meet our friends.
See Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate and the walls of the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls?
That's a good point, kid.
You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've half remembered nightmares and monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real.
Are we in a time loop, bro?
Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there.
I believe him.
No, you don't, he says. You've been sarcastic at yourself. Nobody believes me. Puts his back and ignores you.
He's blushing, he's Cinderella.
We're not.
No, we don't want to
Not
scare him.
antagonistic.
Yeah, we're not antagonizing him. We could just leave him.
This is so sensitive about being teased. Seems like you can interact with them, but I assume that there's no new options.
Yeah, I assume there would be no options until there's like a new
Yeah.
speech bubble.
Hiya, Soulfunk. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot.
Oh, I
making
love that
patterns.
it's a sports
Weird,
ball. Like,
weird.
mood. It
Like-
is just a sport ball.
Yeah. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you. Because it isn't cold, but it's still neat and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You've always felt grounded near her.
What's she making? We're curious and perceptive of our friends.
Just snow spirals, she says. But earlier me and Cal made a big snow pile. You missed her while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles her broad, gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. I suppose... Why aren't you in school is probably the next question.
If that's your question, sure.
She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you.
I love
It's
her.
okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. I mean, the monsters thing seemed like it would probably have a pretty predictable no, or I haven't, they're huge and like exaggerated thing. So the school would be, I assume here because aerospace.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I'm assuming there would be an option. Yeah.
Engineering.
Life sciences or humanities. Should we go see what the other tents have? Because I don't think it'll
Yeah,
skip the month like without giving us the option to confirm.
you have to pick an activity.
Yeah.
Low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Soulfunk. So this would
the
be
I think that's like a camera up there in the middle top of the screen. It has kitty ears. I just needed to point that out.
So you can click.
Oh, it's the artificial intelligence. Ugh. Yeah, let's. I think this is just like a. Oh, this is like a training.
Yeah.
We can't do.
Can't
do athletics yet. We're too young, I'm assuming.
And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Yay, sports
Hell yeah.
ball.
All sports ball in the future. All sports ball, for the sake of efficiency, has been combined into one sport, which
Yay,
combines the best
ball.
of all.
Go sports team. So.
That's lazy.
Bedroom.
I guess we'll be happier though.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I see.
I assume this is stress, kind of.
Either stress or happy. Well, it's got to be related to the stress, probably. So being in school will give us unhappy faces. So occasionally we will have to just kind of spend a month relaxing, which I wish I could do in real life.
Yeah.
Wish I could just take sabbaticals whenever I need to.
Colony food shortfall. 100%. Coming in.
That's minus 100%. I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem good. Or is that good? I don't know.
Terminalia Festival. Take precautions outside the colony ban. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating.
Well, we're 10 years old, so.
Yep. And then there is the gardens, geoponics.
Oh yeah, greenhouse. Geoponic.
Some garden outside dot with blue nova sulfides what look like wiggling creatures stuck inside each one. So that explains it's a decoy meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flower.
Ooh.
So it seems school is the only option besides resting. Since we're currently in the middle of like the happiness, we should probably study.
Yeah. So the question is, do we want to double down on our like humanities, or do we want to put some points into our brain because we don't have any like intelligent? I don't know if we're like
+2 biology, +1 reasoning, +15 stress, or +2 creativity, +2 persuasion, +15 stress. So we don't have persuasion or creativity yet.
Yeah, and we would get more points overall, but it's, I don't know, when doing these games it's always a question of like, do we min-max a bit or do we try to be a bit more even? We shouldn't min-max too hard regardless, I don't think, but
I'd say it's early enough where it's probably good to have stuff across the board. But
you want to double down on humanities? I think we would get more points overall.
For right now. We'll see the next one if it's different.
Yeah.
Because there's 130 different activities or events, essentially.
Oh, wow.
13 months per year and 10 years. Welcome, Soulfunk. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry too. He seems excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system when you have the chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn. Because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal, and I could use a nap, I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vitamina colony means to you. I'd say
My friends are
friends
all
are.
here. No, that's
It's,
kind of showing me.
yeah, let's go. My friends are all here.
You want to do that one?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna kick out. Look at
Oh, God. He's... Oh, God.
Oh.
Sorry, Mars.
When you work a good class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. The order matters. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your card, some challenges can't be won, but you'll still get a reward for doing your best. Bonuses for
Okay.
flushes, bonuses for pairs of the same number, bonuses for straights. More cards in a flush pair, straight the higher added.
So straight flush.
Cards can also affect one
Okay.
another.
So it's poker rules.
So that would be
You probably want to put 2 in there right away.
this is 3 in a row of the same one, and then 2 1. So
Yeah, we blew that out of the water.
I'm a
Shit.
puzzle person, and
Yeah,
it
I'll
appears
let you
that
dig.
this is an equipable, so this is a +1.
Ah.
See, in total 3 for that, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that is
Yeah,
adding
I'll
up
let
to
you
9.
take the reins on the card game, cause
+1 creativity.
ugh.
So
Yay! Whoop.
skills
And
increase
we
when
we
working
didn't
best.
gain as much stress as we could have because of the
Yep, -3 from
yeah.
calm temperament and calm temperament perk. So if you make the highest scoring hand with your card, so yes, that's the highest possible you could get on there. It's probably preset based off of your choices to have that combination possible.
Uh-huh.
If your stress reaches 100, you can't work. So if options aren't good or we're really close to it, then it's good to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up in the stratospheric, when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. There you can tell they're
Aw.
exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. Also, speaking of food, Connor's bugging me in
Yeah,
the
I
chat.
know. DM me. I'm not gonna respond in stream. Come on.
I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you with little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she
Ah.
works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? Learned some stuff in
Learned some
school.
stuff.
Go. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Oh, mom. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. I'm gonna play video games all day.
I wish. Mom and Dad, you've been great. I'm going to become a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, that's so much actual effort. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics in Mom adds. We could use your help. Unlock shoveling dirt.
Hell yeah, let's shovel some fucking dirt. Gotta get strong.
Alright, so it seems there's no penalty to checking out the various options, so
Yeah. Time won't actually. I don't think time will actually pass until you select a class.
Nemini is bumping sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast.
Do a trick.
You catch the ball with your wrist, bop it up, and headbutt it back to Nemini. She grins her huge gap-toothed smile. Whoa, nice move, Solfung.
Of course, we got nice moves. We are soul funk.
You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a popular regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little 0G1 in Stratospheric. Her brother Holm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year, so you can gain small stat boosts for doing these side things without being actual activities.
Yeah.
He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlock sports ball in the garrison. I'd say probably good to do the stuff outdoors and then kind of go along the buildings.
It's mom and dad.
Hello, my little potato. Always vegetables and fruits. And Dad
Never
stays smiling.
stop.
What have you been up to today? Just hanging with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team.
Damn.
He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vitamina is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing sand wide. I missed seasons! Back on Earth it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as a spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, the names of the seasons are very interesting. So it's dust, quiet, glow, and I'm not sure what the fourth one is.
Or if there's more than that. You find your mom
True.
hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe fruit. Hey, tomatoes are a fruit.
They're a culinary vegetable.
She takes a swig from a canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do, she asks. Remember, Soulfunk, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. ... She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratospheric's severed frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know?
Skip class to shovel dirt. That's what she wants you to do. This is the lesson that I'm learning
Guide
from
your
my
own
mom.
expeditions as a 10-year-old. Let's see. Probably let's start out simple. What are you doing in geoponics?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you show interest in what your parents are doing, they'll show interest in what you're doing.
Respect is a two-way street.
He looks at and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. Well, not all are green, but
Most of them
generally.
are something chlorophyll.
Yeah, we're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season.
So the fourth season is wet.
Yeah. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Soulfunk, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Just like my first summer job. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on your physical strength. She flexes her bicep. Your mom is really strong. I mean, look at those.
look, look at her. She's
Right.
strong.
What's happening in engineering? How's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities? If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing to the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. So,
If you dumb, you build muscle to make up for it.
so you eventually do get an occupation outside and kind of the trailer stuff for it, but I think your options are a bit limited based off of your test scores and your stats.
Yeah, I would imagine. If you don't have any intelligence stats, I imagine you wouldn't like become a scientist, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's not like Earth you can't pay way through school.
Yeah.
What can I do in the quarters? If you need a break, she advises, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But, she warns, raising a finger, I don't want you to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. What's the garrison? Security Chief Red is organizing a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you, back in the ship? It'll be different here with the planet's gravity. Out of all the adults in the colony, Vet and your mom are the most like soldiers you've seen on a holovid. For a moment you think your mom's going to suggest something else, then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. What's going on in command? Because I read those logs, I know. I think Zeke said they need someone to deliver supplies from the depot. They're also setting up shop there, if you got some kudos to spend. And of course, that's where Captain Governor Udicott works. But you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman and she doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. You try not to giggle. Your mom isn't usually known for her patience. Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony.
Please.
It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out, then maybe you can join them in a few years, when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge in this one. For now, stay inside the walls. It's always when you're older.
Okay.
There's no speech bubble here, but we can still talk. Need bravery 20 and gray. So,
Oh, okay. You
there's.
can kind of prompt things.
Yep, our bravery is 0.
Oh yeah, not very brave.
So use Mars. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Soulfunk, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. She continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me?
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna be
Just
visiting everywhere anyways, so
look, we gotta get along with everyone. We have only so so many friends.
good, Miles claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Miles sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. So she'll probably become a chef or
Mm-hmm.
something. So there she is. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Soulfunk, she says, putting a hand to her chest. Do you need something? Here for Mars' soy seats. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy seeds, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to Nana put it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now.
She's so sweet.
Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too.
All I know is making friends is, if anything,
Friend of
if
Miranda.
shoujo and shonen manga have taught me anything, we need to make friends.
Yep, so Iron Half would need persuasion. 5 higher.
I hate them.
If you want them, you gotta pay up.
I do not
Go
want to
on.
antagonize.
So I don't think you'd be able to get these options at this point without like being at least the second time through.
Uh-huh.
But here it is.
Yeah, I do not want to antagonize her. She
So
will.
this is Loyalty
She's.
or Rebellion. Hand over the box of soy seeds with a smile. Mars takes and giggles. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything as I say.
I do this by choice.
I'm guessing she is the governor's daughter.
I wouldn't be surprised. She's got the attitude like
Yeah.
she's.
She opens the box and hands you a soy seed. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, an administrator seeks looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it because, like, you running around out there? No. Or as people from our generation said in school, not as.
Did we say that?
Yes.
I
People said that for, well, it might have been slightly older, like more my sisters, but
Yeah, because like
people
I don't
said that.
remember people saying that. I'm not that much younger than you.
Yeah, just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. Um, you see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back in the ship, you
Ugh. I don't want to tease her. We're not a bully.
probably study partner.
Yeah, sure.
Tammy was awful. Just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and out the other. No matter how hard you tried, she never seemed to improve. Here's Perk Up, hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Soulfunk. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Of course.
Of course. How can I say no?
Oh, thank you, she bounces up and down.
We lost reasoning.
Well, we were at 0 anyway,
We were
so
at 0 anyway, but it's like the game's like, bro, we told you she's dumb.
spent a couple
What are
hours
you
trying to
doing?
teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and one absorbs it. Why is this so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring,
I.
even though sometimes you feel like you get dumber after studying with her.
Oh, that's why you lose reasoning, because you feel
Honestly,
dumber.
I think that this is when one of us does something in the D&D game that Connor doesn't expect, he loses reasoning. Um, let's see if there's any more new speech options that opened up outside.
Seem like it.
Nope. So let's go around. Is there anything at the gates? Nope, can't do anything there
No,
yet.
you're only
So,
10 years old. So what do we want to do this month?
so,
We should probably, if we don't relax this month, we should probably um, relax next month.
so this is Q's which are currency, 3 toughness, 15 stress. Toughness is one of the better skills right now.
Yeah, which is good, but what do our classes get us? What does our schooling get us this month?
We'll see that.
Let's see all the
Command,
options.
need
Uh,
organizing, 10 or greater, which we don't
we
have any.
do not have.
Any changes? Nope, no changes to
Nope.
that. Leave. And it looked like it needed um, the or organizing as well as some toughness for that. Or
Yeah,
investing
that's the lounge.
gives
Yeah.
minus 100 stress.
Oh wow,
Plus
that's a
1
lot more.
friendship with Tammy. Forget 1 memory optional. This is kind of important because some of the memories are negative things. I saw,
True.
so
Alright,
they're
that's
minus.
fair.
But if each time it is minus 100 stress, if
uh,
it's only kind of part way up,
so
it's not a significant thing.
yeah, so we still got. So maybe we could do 2 months before
Um,
we
need
lax.
reasoning fabricator for that. Biology
Damn it.
reasoning. This is same thing, creativity and persuasion's the same
Uh huh.
courses, and this would be
We're too
plus 2
young to do. Oh,
bravery, plus 1
bravery
toughness,
toughness.
plus 1 friendship with Nemini, and plus 10
Hmm.
stress. Lowest stress,
I do like that. Um,
I definitely think between this and the course that gives like the
the biology
reasoning
course.
biology.
Um. Hmm. Because the way I usually play similar games where you're bumping stats every month is I tend to go more or less all in on like a few traits.
Yeah.
Um. So. Um. Sorry, Connor has tapped my shoulder.
I'm leaving.
You're gonna go get.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get.
Okay. Is her
What?
hair fluffy enough? I'm drying on the side.
That's how
Yeah,
great she
dude.
is
I
in
vote.
class.
I vote sports ball.
Right.
Yeah, you said she looks.
You do good
And then
job.
when he meets her on the court, she's bouncing from one lake to the other in excitement. My brother Carmen's
Go get the food.
organizing the youth team, she tells you.
Do you want that weird Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Okay. With
His,
ice or without?
his name is
With?
Kombucha.
If you ask for no ice, you get more.
Kombucha. His name's Kombucha.
I'm so sorry, child. Your name's what?
His little sister's name is Anemone. Anemone.
Anemone.
I think
she's
I
she's
don't
our
know,
best friend.
I don't know if that's worse or better.
I think it's better. I think
Kombucha.
it's a cute name.
So if you ask for no ice, they have to fill it up all.
Yeah, but then it's like not cold.
The refrigerator's clean.
I don't know. I'll defer to your judgment.
Yes. You and Anemone are team captains. Pick your
No,
team.
I want to be on her team. um, I think they keep trying to say Cal is like both of our friends.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Kombucha would be the unfair advantage.
he says he's gonna go easy. Oh, he promises to go. My ideal team is Cal and Mars. Well, I
Mars
think we should.
might not put in the effort like you
That's
sports and
true.
sweating.
That's true. Like she's a little bit of a like, not a bully, but like she could be.
I think
But
Tammy
like
is
that doesn't
probably
necessarily.
tries her best, but
She probably like zones out and gets hit in the head by a ball. You know the kid who like. We haven't seen Cal
let,
anywhere, and we're supposed to
let's.
be his friend.
This is also one of the games where you take your knowledge of the game
Uh
forward into other
huh.
playthroughs. Let's do Cal for now to kind of learn more about them.
Yeah.
Um, Mind if I play goalie? Yes. Sportsball is fun, but I don't really like to score against the other
Oh
team.
my god, he's a
So
sweet little guy. That's
he
what he is.
seems more passive as like
Yeah.
personality.
He's a
And
nice
he
little
chooses
guy. He's a good
kombucha,
little
of
boy.
course. Bumpus, your next choice. Now this might be a relationship thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mars is more likely to actually put in the effort. But Tammy would be a good spirit. She would be good for morale.
The
But Mars will also get mad if we don't pick her, I
the
think.
thing is, Cal wants to play goalie, being passive. So you,
Tammy's another passive person.
yeah. So I think
So,
Mars for this one.
alright, yeah, I would agree.
I'll play Spiker. Mars wants to take
Hell
position.
yeah, there we go.
She's in it for the glory. Hopefully she'll want to share some of
I
that with the rest of the team.
I thought she'd go for the glory.
Start the game!
Yeah.
Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. So let's see.
We can get a 3 with Tammy's card. We can get like a 3 pair. What is it?
Uh,
3 of a kind.
yeah, however, if there's more physical ones, this will boost all of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I mean. It would turn all of the red ones into 2s, so we would have 3 2s. And we only get 3 cards this round,
Let's
it looks
see.
like. But, I mean, you are...
These are our card things in total. There's only a maximum of 4
Yeah,
of
so I don't
them.
think we can win this. I don't think we have... Well, you are the card guy. You understand this instinctually better than I do.
I'm going to go with this as a run,
Yeah.
or it
Oh
makes it
shit, we're
3 of a
already like
kind.
halfway there. Hopefully we get good rounds.
Alright, this is...
Uh,
Why is that? This gets some bonuses there. And now we have the full run of it. I'm going to do... There we go.
Damn, we won! I didn't think it was
Because
possible.
seeing the other cards available is another
Uh-huh.
thing we didn't... There's no sense in trying to hold on to the blue ones because we
Right, we don't
didn't.
have a
We
lot.
only had 2 of them. Makes him jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. Score is tied with an enemy and calm putting pressure on. Then blam, you score the match point with a bad spike all the way from the net line. So set
Woohoo!
snares to its value. That is would be good for making runs.
Oh, yeah. It'll be very good for getting... That would be a really easy way to get 3 of a kind. Slap it in the
Yes.
middle.
And good if you have a bunch of zeros at the start. So,
You're getting a little bit braver. That's
yep.
good.
This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they
But
actually
not
do,
always.
but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Howe was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. Calamari. As Professor Howe walked away, Saffron safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. That's like some animal
Time
head there.
loop. Yeah, that's some alien. It looks like it's got 4 eyes.
It kind of looks like the thing we saw in the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit.
At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You chase for
That's gotta be
monsters
an
the
old
size of
Tammy.
buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. Holding hands with somebody you love, you're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into a colony recycler.
Ugh.
Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall the faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. what if? What if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay, you eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why?
We're compassionate. I think we don't want people to worry. Our empathy is our
Yeah.
strongest suit.
Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it. But when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. But you do need to talk to people about your problems from time to time. Made quiet. So this is the month tracker.
Mm-hmm.
As I take a sip of water. A lot of talking.
Yeah.
So you see this card was added to that. Let's see.
Yeah. So I see when we get to the end of the game, which I don't think we'll even finish the first run, because if it's 13 months in a year and 10 years, we're gonna get through
Well, the other
we're gonna
thing,
get through probably 4 or 5 more months.
the other
We'll
thing
get a little bit
is there was an option to skip previously seen text. So if you're doing a replay, it'll probably be significantly faster.
Yeah, but our first play is not gonna go that fast. Who is that girl up there? Hello?
So
We'll talk to
you
our
need toughness 20 or greater. We have 12.
Oof.
And tangent.
She say?
So that was the other one.
Oh, this is Tangent. Oh, she's cool.
And the DNA hair stream and stuff, she's probably going to be biology and engineering.
Yeah, she looks like she's the daughter of a... Yeah, she looks like a mini scientist.
Tangent sent over Holopon found
Mathematics Tangent.
She speaks about looking up at it. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the Colony HoloNet, but I can't find it anywhere. Let's see.
We can make our own list. Be exciting.
I don't think that would appeal to her.
No,
Yeah.
but I also don't want to look for the... Well, you can make the decision.
I'd say helping find it would probably be the more empathetic thing.
It would probably get us the most friendship. It would probably get us a friendship point with her, because the first one feels really antagonistic.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's our style this run.
And I don't think making your own list would appeal to her.
Possibly not, but
maybe.
she is still a kid.
But maybe we could try it. It doesn't matter this early on.
Yeah.
Tangy is curious but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking pictures of all the different vitamin plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius Strubius and Purplius Gracium. Just like
You
No
won't get a
Man's
good
Sky.
grade. Yeah, you won't get a good grade,
Yeah.
but you will have fun.
After now you've categorized 51 different species. Tange doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something.
You're still a kid, Tangent. You gotta have fun.
Still nothing, fam. So same option here, and we don't have...
Yeah.
I assume
This
some of
kid
these
is just like,
goals,
hey, bully him. He's so bullying. Ooh.
Tammy's dead inside of expeditions, which means he's out serving the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there. She sniffs after he is gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you so fun.
Aww.
I mean, we're not that brave. We only have, like, a 2.
It's
but-
wrong.
So
Yeah.
this is...
It looks like it gets us a card.
We have 20
We
or
got-
greater. We can do it.
Yeah, let's make her happy.
Give her enormous hugs. Like sharing love.
Yeah.
Sure this one feels special.
Yeah.
+1 to all cards to the right.
All yellow cards to the right.
Yeah. Thanks
Which
for
is good for making runs or potentially.
well, just points in general. So, really need a bit. Before you go, Shed, I'm producing a box of slices of cake in it from the Colts whisker. Do you want this cake? It's so fun to make that I need someone to help me eat them. Make you another on your birthday if you like. I'm making trade hugs for cakes again.
Oh, she's so sweet. If Jolly was here, she would love this character.
Yeah.
Pink hair, yellow coat, loves food, especially sweets.
Need persuasion 20 or greater.
You need to persuade her to be nice to you.
Persuade her to listen.
Persuade her that you.
Method doesn't work. Hey, listen!
Oh, there's Cal. He
Help
looks
with animals.
related to you.
He looks more related to your dad.
Yeah, he looks more like your dad than you.
No animals, so can't help him there.
Nah.
Your mom. No new voice.
She just
things.
tells you everything.
She's your guide, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Cal's riding around the geopanics sky on his hoverboard. The boat comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Soulfunk. The wheel ground is way harder to hover around than the ship floors. There are bumps everywhere.
Either 1 or 3. I don't. That's not
yeah,
sure.
that sucks.
Sucks, bro.
It's actually really cool. Having outside his van. Look at this. Look at this. It's a skateball. Cool. Can I try?
Yeah, hell yeah, let's try it.
Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. But still fun.
Yay.
So I believe that's all of the outside options. And stress is currently at nice.
So we can probably do one more class and then I would clear it off.
Friendship with Cal now. He's here, so that's extra.
It wouldn't hurt. Well, our
Need
strongest attributes are empathy, toughness, and a little bit of combat.
tactics and weapons.
I guess yeah.
This, I assume, is just
Yeah, that's just alone.
questing. Need reasoning.
Oh, will tangent be in one of these classes? No, I guess not.
Maybe in life sciences. Oops, hit escape.
Yeah, we did.
I think we should get
like a little bit.
A little, just because.
Oh, she is there.
At the very least, we should get cards to play. For
at least one more. Well, let's get some friendship with Tangent as well.
And also, if we want the option of engineering, we'd need to.
We need to do that a little bit more. I don't think we need to get into engineering because we're not like.
Yeah, there's also Tangent and humanities. It's
Yeah,
either of them.
It's just in order to get to the point where we can even take engineering classes, it would probably take a few months where we could all
Yes.
And it would kind of defeat the purpose of us choosing our starting stat.
Now this also gives biology.
Yeah, I think having a little bit might not hurt, but I don't know. I think that's fine. I think we can go with it. It's our first run. We can do what we want.
I'd say some biology, so that way if there's options to help with like the family, then They are
We can
maybe
be
opened up.
farmers.
Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologist and up-and-coming chemist. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his holoprojector lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. Haha.
I guess they're. No, I don't know why they are what. I guess he likes them.
So you can skip the card challenges, the quick coin flip based off your agent skill, or you can do harder card challenges. Let's try it. So, goal is 12 with this one. All cards become a 2, which means you'd actually do that to make those a 2. So that way
And
we get
then-
4 in a row there.
Yeah.
And super goal, we
Oh my god. It's rainbow. Holy
That's
shit.
also I saw you get bonuses for exceeding the goal by a significant
Yeah.
amount.
It was a
But
it's a good idea to give you the game rather than me.
now we are getting stressed. At
Yeah.
82.
So I think next month we rest it off. We are in danger of hitting that level.
Early pollen. My worst
Pollen,
nightmare.
that's a I guess
my
there are technically
allergies.
5 seasons because there is a 13th quote unquote month.
But with all the mushrooms, there's probably a lot of.
Oh god. Oh, those are mushrooms. Oh, there's gonna be spores everywhere.
So she's probably going to be one of the adventurer or the people in the garrison.
Probably. She's definitely going to be the most athletic person. The game's like, make him eat a worm. Make him eat a worm.
Neat. So I'm guessing that this would still be the previous one.
If we didn't do it, yeah.
If we didn't do it, but now goal is higher for the same thing. Can't do the same act of kindness. The hug won't work every time. Tried standing in the mud yet. It's the best, most amazing feeling I've ever felt. Look down and sure
Oh my
enough, Cal's
God.
feet are bare and muddy as heck.
Are
Give
you
grass
sure?
to me too, he continues.
We gotta be like cousins or something. Like, you seem more related to my parents than me.
Biology of 20 greater gains hope by effects, which is probably a card or a bonus.
Well, I think the little card icon means you get a card from doing it.
Yeah. Same options. Same options.
I wanna help him with the animals so bad.
Aminals.
I wanna help my dad.
Hefty red seed away.
What? Okay, great.
Collectibles. +1 to
Where
a
did
card. Change the suit to strength. It's a 1 use. So, gifts for probably raising friendship with someone or 1 use items in the cards. Let's see if there's any different options. I doubt it, but doesn't hurt.
Yeah. We don't really know how often these things are going to change. Or if it'll be obvious when they do.
Yep, same things. Same things, so let's rest.
I think it's mostly the same for at least, like, the first few months.
Like,
Yeah,
we
that's
could do another one not hit max, but
It's a little too close for comfort. Sadly, I don't think there's... Oh no, you still get friendship with Tammy. That's good.
the lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down into the lounger's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look in his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt even. He knows his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. And
Cal knows mud.
yeah, I mean, my friend and I used to play kind of in the mud in his backyard. when we, this is when we were like 7, so
Mm-hmm.
and Anemone bounces said, "Holy crap! Hey, watch your tone, your language." As they say, there's so much space to run around and play in. Common Chief Vet set up an outdoor sports court, and it is way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangerine carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you, and we're getting a big new lab to do experience using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Nemini rolls her eyes, but Tange continues. We should forget our studies. Shouldn't forget our studies just because she landed, she says primly.
I
I would
mean,
say school is
yeah, but it's gonna lose us friendship points in the Anemone.
maybe.
I want to explore the jungle, I think is the best uh neutral kind of make
Yeah.
everyone happy. Well, maybe Tammy won't be happy, but that's fine.
So Funk said you barely
Rebellion!
Styles find Dis
Oh,
standing there.
Dis!
When did he get it? Did you see this huge beast in the jungle as we were landing? Dis continues picking out a thread in his sweat until it unravels. I wonder if there are more out there. He might be end up good with like the animals.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Had unless the deja vu dreams come to life feeling this week and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it. Suddenly you get a prickling sensation on the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge until I went to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it as if on cue. OMG. Everybody, look outside. They're hoisting a flag of a command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with hands on her hips. Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look out at the flag,
Woo!
feeling dizzy, and
Yeah!
silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she exclaims, wrapping Anemone and Tangent under each arm. And we were there. I don't think we want to forget anything.
No, all of these cards are still useful to us.
Like, if it's we have a limited draw and we need to beat a point value, it could be
Mm-hmm.
detrimental to have lower value, but don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, we have a lot of zeros,
Yeah.
and that can help us get, like, that can still help us.
Until we get the higher point value cards and have more,
Yeah.
like, going for certain combinations, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You squint into the pink tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Soulfunk, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you're having the weirdest dream. Well, since you're awake, we should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seedent is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the
Oh,
crate
cotton
first.
candy.
Yes. That'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Danny skips towards the crate, humming to herself.
Hell yeah, we want that free candy.
This looks like Tammy's mother.
Antecedent. Her name
Eh, like an
is.
antecedent.
Yeah. Oh, this game is so cute.
In the cafeteria, Auntie Cint is cheerfully handing out massive pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Soulfunk, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving gritty residue on your tongue. The cotton candy just always makes me remember that one thing video with the raccoon in the zoo where they gave him cotton candy and like raccoons he washes it to get extra sensory information out of it and
Yeah.
it melts and
And it melts, and he's like, "Where did it go?"
but they did give
He
him more
learns
cotton candy
eventually.
and but it's
But he
just
does it like 3 times.
because that's how they gain sensory information. Wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hand. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give to her later. So this is a
Okay.
much higher item that I assume you can use in cards if you need it, but
Mm-hmm.
also will probably improve relationship by actually giving it to her. You're
It's like,
relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell just from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she just sighs and waves him away. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones.
no.
I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Your friend Tammy has died.
What the fuck? Bro, it's the 3rd month. Or the 4th month. Bro.
Try to understand her words. Tammy, dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank.
Ask what happened. They gotta tell us.
Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken hall projector. It was just an accident. You press her for an explanation. The little girl is dead. Someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why.
Damn. Alright. I didn't think people would die so young and so early in the game.
Yeah,
What the
I mean, there might be a way to do different things, but
Yeah, I mean,
most likely
like,
someone dies. I'm guessing.
yeah. Or it could be, like, totally random choices.
Yeah.
Um,
Tand's pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that hall projector to break. Hal said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before she gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Soulfunk, I want to think about this more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Nemone is
That's
chugging
so fucking
rocks
sad.
Strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crater. Stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die.
rude, kid. Damn.
Can you believe Tammy died? Dis asked morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken hall projector, the one on the crate with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. Makes a sailing motion with his hand. And bam, she was dead before she even landed.
I think the empathetic answer is I didn't want to know that, but he probably
Sorry.
also won't be pleased.
This replies tugging on the sleeves of his oversized jacket. I'll
thank you.
shut up now. Sorry. He
Understood
has
living.
so I'm guessing he has a social
They fucking
disorder,
work.
but it's not
So
like a
don't-
negative one, just non-filter, essentially. Cal is sitting in Mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning, and probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play House in the Creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy, even though you were just little kids. You always kind of giggled about how obviously they were gonna be together forever, like a princess and a knight. Definitely not the last one.
Yeah, no, that's
And
fucking.
he's
like,
obviously
I
not
miss-
okay.
I miss her too. She was so sweet.
Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me really, really too. Tammy's always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I picked some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell Mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. We decide to give him some space. Your dad gives you a hug. I saw you feeling blue, Soulfunk, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Yep. I keep hitting keys and falling at my knees. Your mom pats
Oh,
your
it looks like
shoulder
you can
encouragingly.
rename your character.
I'm so sorry, Soulfunk. Yeah, it said that it wasn't permanent.
Mm.
Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her, and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stare
I
down the
miss
hill to
her
the
too.
spot near the entrance to the quarries. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself.
I think we should still I miss her too.
Yep. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy your friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess I need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. So I think that's everyone outside.
Are we able to do delivery jobs now?
Probably still missing out on the stance for it.
'Cause I thought it was an option before.
It was something we didn't have the organizing for, I believe.
Yeah, but I thought it. Just check.
So we can do
Oh, it's
it's
optional because we increased our
toughness,
tough. So it's either toughness or organization.
or you can try hard.
Yeah, but that probably won't really get you money benefits if it'll work at all.
Um,
I don't know if we want to do that this month. It's just,
I
or is
think
it a?
this is just opening up.
Oh
The,
yeah, no, it's.
I can carry you
Let's
around.
try it. It doesn't look
Or
like it'll progress the month, so.
which would be more impressionable. I can carry a
The
lot,
one with
that we
our
can,
stat.
or I'll work hard, because sometimes just being able to do something isn't enough.
Yeah, but the fact that this is an option at all is because of our toughness.
Okay,
So.
strong for your age, maybe.
Okay,
Look here,
rude.
you're the only
Alright.
applicant this week. You've got the job, for now, anyway. She's elegant styles to note this on the hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. So there's that. No changes there. No changes there. Let's just see.
I
Yeah.
know if my friend just died, I wouldn't want to do school. I would probably do like physical labor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna relax in the place where it happened.
No, that's a little. Yep. Nope.
We can try this. So, I want to see what happens. Alright, so
Oh,
I'm let's see. Yeah, there's no better way to organize them. Because if I set that to it,
yeah.
I want to actually see. No, it actually works since this is a
Oh
new
shit.
value. So that gives significantly more.
Hell yeah. Look at that beautiful rainbow number.
Yep.
It's almost like Tammy never died. I mean.
Yep. So that's from the bonus for best score. One challenge and super goal. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead, or you could get back to work.
Of course we want
Why?
to
Why is this an
attend.
option? Colonists gather in a recycling room. Bring your organics down here to be recycled. Here's one of your
Oh, the
tours,
little
but you can only
teddy
come
bear.
here for your funeral twice. Both times the colonists had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vitamina, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents, an antecedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was a child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In a short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vitamina home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precarious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tone sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning to work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never be truly lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. So you would go with take the month off? And go back to school.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
This is
our stress levels are okay, but
the best in grief, but there might be other kids at school.
I'm not really sure. So I'll leave that up to you.
Let's do a coin flip. Because when in doubt. One for top option, or I suppose heads, tails for bottom option. That was a tails. So I guess
I
try
guess we're
school
going
for
back to
this
school.
one. I don't think it matters too much. You feel better just having said goodbye. Tammy was a friend. You feel like the best way to deal with losing her is to throw yourself into your school and work. Probably either would have reduced stress, but likely by different amounts.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reduced stress is as well as just from going to the funeral. So if you
Yeah.
hadn't gone to the funeral, you I don't know if going back to school reduced the stress or if it was the funeral, and if you had taken the month off, you probably would have had that option if you didn't go to the
Yeah.
funeral. That would be the way to lose stress.
So,
I think they're all going to say the same things because we have to progress the time.
yep. But
Well, slightly different.
they're variations of the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It's the post-funeral.
Sitting in the dog
Oh.
disposable pitch fitting with no $8 for hair. Tammy gave me this, she sighs. Kinda told her to shove up because I don't play with dolls. Why'd I have to be mean to her? So, Tammy made a doll of her.
Mm-hmm.
Mood. Not good at cheering people up. Probably not any changes in any of this stuff. Deliver supplies would be.
I think we should do another humanity class.
Yeah.
I think we should continue making that our strongest suit.
Doesn't
So we
seem
should
like
go back
there's
to it
much
occasionally.
difference
Mm-hmm.
in stuff. All right. So the best way to.
It'd probably be like yellow 0, red 0, red 1, blue 1.
So the thing
Or no, wait.
would actually be to go
Yeah.
like this, so we turn
No,
the
you're
two
right.
zeros into ones.
Yeah,
That
I
way
didn't see
it's
that card.
all ones. There's no way to get higher with these. No way to get higher among the reds. The only way to get higher would be to use the consumable, but I don't think that it's worth it at this point
No,
to
I don't
get,
think so.
because the only thing would be a +1 to one of the things.
And I don't think that would. I think that would like lower our score, honestly.
Well, if it was this one, it would change it to a red one. So it would be set to 1. The difference would be 4 reds, which would get +1. But it would only make it a super goal, which would get 1 extra kudos, which we don't know what they're used for yet, and
Yeah.
1 extra of one of these points, which there's plenty of opportunity for them.
Yeah.
But if there's an event later that is much more significant, like saving someone's
Yeah.
life, probably would want that.
Yeah, we want to save that for like a good moment, potentially.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see if there's any changes. Same. Tangent is something new.
Everyone's still sad.
Who dis? So don't offend.
Is that why they named him Dis?
We need to
Who
discuss
dis?
my brother. Who dis? So interestingly, if you have between 10 and 20, you can do either.
Oh.
Yes, yes, dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. I get the feeling Tanya's the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it.
Well, he's probably sneaking out at night. Or sneaking outside the walls.
I'd say I'll
Is my bet.
talk to him because at the very least we can promise that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't promise finding out.
Yep.
Probably won't tell Newton Sam, she says. He won't even talk to me anymore. We have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. There might have been a possibility of a bit more for I'll find out, but also can't promise that.
Mm-hmm.
So found something you might like.
What is...
She
Is
did
that the
like
cake?
yes, which is by now 3 months old, but
But it's from
it's a
Tammy.
video game and it is from Tammy.
Although that would probably be better for Cal, but whatever.
Yeah, but
I
Mars
guess
was
it
also
doesn't
the one
matter.
who liked sweets.
True.
He might like the egg because he's
You
more of
wanna
the
get
animal
him?
person, but I think we'll hold off on that for now.
Yeah, we don't need to be giving gifts out willy-nilly before we really know what's happening.
I just flipped briefly to her, then he says vaguely afterwards, the engineering wing. Says reading on her hollow palm between classes. Doesn't say anything. Need friendship greater. That's probably not.
No.
She's worried about you.
She's worried about you.
Doesn't care about me, says sullenly. Tends just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. Scowls and picked at them as writer. She doesn't care about anything but his schoolwork. I don't think this is the way to go.
No, I think it'll get us the same result, though, of him not telling us, but I think it also runs the risk of losing even more friendship.
No changes there.
Gooseberry!
No changes there. Now there might be a different option than one of these related to that, so just do a quick look. So those are the same. Anything?
Oh,
Any
hello.
def
This is new.
Step casually towards the calling gates. Well, hey, this
We
fun.
need to get tough.
Quinton tries to mess his old file. Fade, you better stick to sports ball for now, okay? It's a tough world side these falls. So can't. There we go. 13 toughness right now.
I mean, we are still 10 years old, so
Yep.
that's probably fair.
Far to the north, where the higher elevation natural tilts the planet makes permitting snowfall more regularly in every season, they're prone to sudden storm flurries. The plains are a relatively safe place to explore, filled with mostly herbivorous xenofauna. The Valley of Vertigo is a low-lying trench that's dense with pollen-producing trees. There's a wide variety of edible food here, both plant and animal product, leading to some of the explorers calling this place the breadbasket of Vertumna. There are a number of animals here that geoponics would be interested in domesticating.
Well, we gotta go there at
Yeah,
some point.
the western
Gotta
resting
help Mom and
ridge.
Dad.
Yeah. This tongue-twisting region is the broken spine of the planet, home to both dizzying heights and abyssal lows. It's always hot and arid here, no matter the season. Traversing these steep chasms is dangerous, and only to be done by those with sufficient glider training. However, there are some interesting ruins here to explore. To the south is a vast boggy wilderness, home to dangerous animals and hazardous weather conditions. Exploration in this area is only to be done with extreme caution.
Okay. So it's like,
Um,
what? Float cow?
Cumbersome-looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium sacs in dorsal and ventral sides. Careful balancing of helium and urine allows them to control their elevation. They produce a
So,
salty, high-protein, milky substance free.
so in order to go higher, they pee.
I
That's what
mean,
I'm hearing. That's
kind
what
of
I'm
like sandbags on a hot
interpreting.
air balloon. Also, cumbersome-looking creatures that are lighter than air is like a whalelord.
It is. Well, Waylord's a blimp in disguise.
By a communal creature with two disparate sets of eyes and one strong foot used for both locomotion and defense. Though harmless, these small warriors can be fierce in groups. Highly intelligent and predatory, their plumage changes according to season. Their body is composed almost entirely of dangerous weapons. Do not approach. So we'd probably need to get more toughness for finding out where
Yeah, we'll get there in
this is
time.
going. Let me take. This would be the best way for toughness, and also if we wanted more friendship with Cal.
Mm-hmm.
But the sports also gives some toughness.
Let's do some sports with Cammy, maybe.
Some sports with anemone.
I mean, anemone. Oh my god.
This is only one toughness here.
Yeah, but it also boosts bravery a little bit.
That is. Telecom is bending the rules a little bit for the young players, but you don't mind. It's important to start the kids in loving sports ball while they're still young and have tons of energy and enthusiasm. And Com is really good at getting them to listen and keeping them interested. Besides, who doesn't want to play a variation on the game where you can have to crab walk everywhere?
Good.
So, all of those cards become a 2. The,
Yup.
that is probably the best because this could be lined up with that, but it doesn't really matter much.
Yeah.
The only other thing would be changing this to a red to get one of those to have a +2, and that would also boost
Yeah,
the
but
2
again, we
rush,
don't
but
want to
again,
like use that
and I don't think it would
on
be
just
enough.
like a monthly thing.
It wouldn't be enough for a super win anyways.
Yeah. It's fine. We don't need a super win every time. At least on the first run.
Yeah. Time for Verminalia. I really need to drink
Verminalia.
more water. My tongue is getting really dry.
No.
Uticata and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Uticata's speech. In Earth's history, Uticata begins, and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that her forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name, in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. I mean, clap. Be respectful.
Yeah, we're a good kid.
It probably is 5 billion is the alternative for Yanni.
No, yeah.
Everyone cheers and applauds. And the members of the council all get up on stage, one at a time, to give their own short speeches. Governor Uticata announces each one. That's the same list that we saw before. When it's your mother, Fulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based fruit from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the Earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy potato pods and bava fruits and slabs of edible fungi.
Ugh.
Kat takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hallen, security chief vet, had organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which do you join? So,
Ooh.
can't do the science fair. These would probably get associated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This, we barely qualify for
Oh,
because it needs
yeah.
creativity, but I assume it still would give something along these lines.
Mm-hmm. Is bot wrestling toughness or combat?
Toughness.
Hmm. And is her second strongest?
Yeah.
I'll leave
This,
the choice up to you.
let's say talent show because
Yeah,
it
you're the
kind of
one playing the
helps.
cards.
I don't think it really matters for the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Just plots up to the front of the stage as a
True.
pop song starts to play. Just stands there deadpan, staring into space with thumbs to the sides while the singer belts out the first verse. Then as the chorus comes in, he suddenly springs to life, dancing and lip-syncing to the lyrics frantically, waving his arms and grinning maniacally, then collapses back to the standing still once the chorus is over. It's hilarious, but you aren't sure you're supposed to be laughing. Next, Mars performs a choreographed dance routine to an old Earth song by an AI idol. She has light-emitting balls at the end of her hair, which she swings around everywhere in the dim light while controlling a small floating ball drone who dances with her. It's total overkill, but it is impressive.
She sings a Miku song. That's what she's
Yes,
singing
with
Miku.
a Lady Gaga outfit. So, comedy routine, magic actor, hoverboard tricks.
Hmm. What kind of kid are we? I think we're a kid who would do hoverboard tricks. I think we're a little bit rough and tumble, just a little bit.
So this is one where we have 3 rounds to
Oh, this
judge.
is the hard one. Um,
Let me just take. So we have
we
much
might
more
not
of
be able
these
to.
cards. So I think it would be good to try to fill the hand with the
Mm-hmm. I mean, we will get
social ones.
three. We'll get 3 of a kind and all of one suit already with if we just use the reds.
Yes. So
Whoop,
all of
there it is.
these, which means if we go, actually, this is only to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
It's cool that they like have the artist like right there. You could go search up their Twitters.
Let me see. I don't know if you can reuse cards that you've previously drawn.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
However, I'd say the best combination would be,
Well, the first combination you did got us 11 points, I think. So.
I think this, because this gives more options.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if I go like, let's see, this,
I don't know if we can get it.
let me,
I don't think we have good enough cards.
I'm trying to think if there is a way. If I did that, it would be,
After we finish this event,
yeah,
I think that's when we can.
it might be possible if this was used, but I don't know if it's necessarily worthwhile. Because if I switch
I don't think it'll
those,
get us enough points to win.
yeah, if I switch those, made that red, then that would also be a 2, which would give bonus for the 2 flush, a bonus for the red to keep it up with that, and extra points, but I don't think it would be enough. In this case, I think it was just not getting the right
We just
pulls.
take. Yeah. Well, I think we just don't have enough cards. I think we just take the L. Like it said in the beginning, like you won't be able to win all of
Yep.
them.
However, it did increase friendship with Mars and Dis.
Cause she won.
I'd say we'll finish seeing if there's anything new. So that would be giving a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Need
But all we have is that
$20.
egg.
Reasoning 20 or greater. Bravery 20 or greater. Biology 20 or greater. And persuasion 20 or greater. And there's a delay between when you can give multiple gifts.
Okay.
So,
Well,
this will be all for this evening. I hope that all of you enjoyed the gameplay. And you can check us out tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time for our regularly scheduled Dungeons and Dragons game. And I believe we've also put out a summary video on the Dicefunctional
Yeah.
YouTube.
If you
But
go to our YouTube, if you just search for Dicefunctional, you can see it's like 7 minutes long. And it quickly summarizes up our first 15 sessions, so you can potentially jump right in tomorrow if you wanted to.
there's a sturdy mushwood log.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this fungal bird. Alright. So,
I like this game. I'm really curious to see where it goes, so we might, with your permission, Cody, because you're the one who has it and
of
would be
course.
hosting it. I would like to play this again on the stream in the future. Probably not next week, because next week we will have it's Halo on Tuesday, and then I think Friday we were going to do Vermintide tonight, and I owe it to the rest of our team, I think, to do it next Friday, but we might do this again. I might pick it up myself. I'm really intrigued. The art style's gorgeous, and it seems very casually queer, which is awesome. We love that. I'm gonna make a quote tweet. Yeah, but I think that's about it.
Yes. So, have a good rest of your evening or morning if you're in a different time zone. And hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.